Hello everybody, my name is Luis Lopez, and for my IAP skill, I have selected throwing a football to a moving target. My goal is for my participants to execute a football pass to a moving target while executing all cues. Our critical cues consist of 45 degrees of knee flexion, 90 degree of shoulder abduction, 90 degree of elbow flexion, 30 degree of wrist flexion, and 0 degree of cervical flexion. Here's my participant's first throw. As you can see, he is not executing many of the critical features we had in place. And apart from that, because you can see the spiral is not correct. For my first instructional session, I used a visual model to show my participant what a proper professional throw looked like. Now in session 2, we see that our participant's throw is looking a bit more solid. We are seeing critical features being met, such as 90 degrees of elbow flexion, 30 degrees of wrist flexion, and 45 degrees of knee flexion. However, there's not enough power in their throw, and I feel like that's because of our base, so in instructional session 2, we will be fixing that. For this, I use command style A, and I have our participant do some exaggerations of base stance. On video session 3, our participant is doing a great job of meeting more critical features. He is now showing 90 degrees of shoulder abduction, and his power in the throw has also increased. I now believe it is time for him to increase his throwing distance. And so in instructional session 3, that's what we did. We increased the distance between the target and our participant. Now in video session 4, we have our participant doing longer throws, yet he is still continuing to meet our critical features. In this session, while there is a longer distance, we had the target not move in order to practice our accuracy. A problem that arose was that our participant could not reach the target, but he felt like all he needed was practice, so in the instructional session 4, we let him practice his long throws. On video session 5, right off the bat, an issue we faced was that our participant was sick, but despite that, he still managed to meet our critical features and put in some good throws. In this session, our target started to move again, making it a bit more difficult, but our participant was still able to execute a good pass to their target. We now take the time to look back and see all the progress we have made. Here in video session 1, we could see that we had a weak weight transfer due to a weak base stance, and overall critical features were not being met. And you can see in this clip, the spiral is off due to weak grip. However, in video session 5, we have a better throw overall. We have a stronger stance and a better weight transfer. And as critical features are being met, all critical features being 45 degrees of knee flexion, 90 degrees of shoulder abduction, 90 degrees of elbow flexion, 30 degrees of wrist flexion, and 0 degree of cervical flexion. This concludes my presentation. Thank you for watching.